One of the most helpful techniques that I've used when trying to get more clients is called mirroring. Mirroring is when you're acting similarly to somebody, and subconsciously, what that does is it makes them feel like they are similar to you. People spend time and want to spend time with people that they're close with or similar to. So, we're going to be tapping into three different ways that you can mirror starting today. It does not take much thought. First off, we have the body language. That's the most fun one, in my opinion. Then we have the tone or the energy, and then finally the words. So, in order to mirror somebody with your body language, the first rule that you want to keep in mind is don't make it too obvious. If it becomes a conscious realization on the other party's part that you're mirroring them, it will get very awkward very quickly, and that connection is now severed. So instead, you want to do something that's slightly different. Let's say that somebody walks in, they take a seat, and they cross their limbs like this, and they're wary of you. They're not really sure why they're here. They're not really sure what you want out of this. Well, get a little bit more comfortable than them. That's my rule as well. Rule number two is be more comfortable than them. Maybe you're right here, okay? Your arms can be crossed a little bit, something, make it feel natural to you, whatever you like to do. But if you do that, subconsciously, you can show a little bit of wariness towards them as well. On the other end of the spectrum, when it comes to body language, you can also match it with arm. Let's say they're a really energetic person, they're moving their arms a lot, and they just want to know why that you can go out and work out a certain way. And some people are doing these really heavy lifts or pushing things over their head, whatever else. Mirror that, cue into it. Now, it doesn't mean that you say, yeah, we're going to make you push really heavy stuff over your head again, but say, you're going to be able to lift up your grandkids or whatever else. You can just make it relate to them. So that is the body language. Now we're moving on to the tone and the energy. Notice how I'm kind of pulling you in through my conversation. While my wordings might be a little bit sloppy, my energy is quite attractive to be around. So match their energy. If they're tired, they walk in and they're yawning or whatever else, their energy is low. You don't want to be a polar opposite. You don't want to be that splash of cold water on them, waking them up from a nap. You would rather, and I recommend just not just matching their energy, but raising it just a touch so that you can breathe some energy into them. And I'm not talking about crystal energy or anything like that, but you can feel the energy in the room. If the energy in the room stays high through a whole conversation, that's a pretty good sign that they're into the conversation, into talking with you, learning more about you or what you have to offer. So keep that in mind. Keep it just a little bit higher than theirs. The last one is going to be the words, and there's two parts to this. There's the pace and the phrases. So when it comes to the wording, the pace part is talk just a little bit slower than them as well. That will reveal that you have something important to say. If you have to rattle it off, no offense, like a New Yorker, it's just going to be too much information for somebody that's not in New York. Okay, so slow things down, talk about it a little bit more assuredly. The people that instill change, they're not necessarily the best people or the people that have the best ideas, but they're the people that are easiest to follow. So if you can just slow it down a little bit so that they can follow along mentally, that will make it a lot easier for them to want to work with you. So the pace work, we talked about that. And the phrases is the last one. Let's say that you ask somebody why they want to work out. Like, why are you here? They say, well, I want to tone up and I want to be more athletic with running. I want to be able to go further distances. I want to work on my endurance. Use their words. When they say tone up, you say tone up as well. You don't say slim down or lose some fat while building some muscle. If they talk about endurance, you don't want to talk about cardiovascular health instead, because what they just said to you, the words that they use, those are the ones that they care about. So use their own words. That will help them feel understood. If you can make them feel understood, that will drastically change the course of your conversation. Not that you do understand them, but that they feel understood. And hopefully, you do want to understand them all the way through. I'm going to come out with a couple more videos that are going to help with topics such as these. And I hope that you gain something valuable from them. I've read many, many, many books, and while this YouTube channel is fresh, the knowledge that I'll be talking about and sharing is not. So I hope this helps.